Hey guys, Pat Ryarchy here, also known as the Patriarchy. All hail the Patriarchy into 2017 and beyond. What the hell is going on? What the fuck is going on? This is insanity. Okay, let me get to the point here. Okay, let me be concise. So I made this video yesterday, Rogue Skeptic, a Culture War Story, where I basically said that I was going to try to do less biased content, expand my horizons a little bit more, and maybe be less critical of SJWs and talk more about the right and be open to some more debates and stuff like that. I was basically saying that I was going to try to I wasn't going to be a Trump guy. I wasn't going to be anything. I was just going to call everyone out. Okay, so this happens, and there's been some talk, a lot of talk, the last few months about the death of the Anti-SJW channels. Okay, so after making this video, which is kind of just some thoughts I had, for some reason, all these videos came around to me that I had not seen. Now, maybe they just happened recently. Oh, this happened today. Yeah, Thunderfoot came out that he was quitting the skeptic community because of jokes that were made on a live stream by, like, Sargon and V and other people. They weren't even making the jokes. They were just laughing at them. And this is after Kraut made that video talking about how shitty SJWs were for making fun of Thunderfoot when his father died of cancer. Now, I don't like joke policing, and I brought that up in the Thunderfoot when he wrote it. And here's the thing: I like Thunderfoot. I like his science debunk videos, but for some reason, ever since Brexit and Trump winning, he's really gotten political. Because this video, I'm not going to go through because I'm not going to use Thunderfoot's content. I like Thunderfoot. I'm not going to use his content for this video, but if you go watch it, he kind of has this anti-gun thing he throws in here. It's kind of silly for a little bit, I think, anyway, because the guy shot that feminist, and they made a joke like she's triggered or something. Yeah, it's in poor taste. But I remember after Heath Ledger died, I made a joke about Brokeback Mountain where I said, like, well, I would be the meat in the middle of that sandwich, but Heath Ledger would be spoiled bread, and people got mad at me. But basically, Thunderfoot says he doesn't want to be part of the skeptic community anymore. The thing I got is I didn't really think Thunderfoot was part of this community anymore. As far as I knew, during the whole Brexit thing, Thunderfoot tried like a power play to kind of be like a head honcho of the skeptics, and they all just turned on him. He's got 750,000 subscribers. I don't dislike Thunderfoot, but like his like Solar Roadways, one of the best YouTube videos of all time, ever made. But I think the political spectrum's really separated a lot of people, and, yeah, he seems really mad about jokes. I don't know. I mean, I think they were in poor taste, but he says this isn't being virtue signaling, this isn't being virtuous, and I'm like, okay, dude, you made a 22-minute video where you're basically virtue signaling that some guys made offensive jokes, and you don't want to be part of this community, and he pointed out how Bering didn't make the jokes. Like, dude, who gives a shit? Why do you take yourself so seriously? All of these guys take themselves so seriously. I mean, my video was a little tongue-in-cheek. Jesus Christ, Thunderfoot makes it like this is a fucking major announcement. Okay, then this video came to my attention, which I had not seen, which has been up a while, but James Allsup, I think, about anti-SJW YouTube is dying, and he goes through and actually shows, like, Bering's numbers are dropping, and I've said this for a while, Bering's content, yeah, because he just kind of has this format that kind of gets dry after it's been going on so long. And then he shows other people's channels still growing. Like, and here's a great point. Look, Lacey Green came out, a video, and everyone made a Lacey Green video. Now, I didn't make one. I talked about it on a live stream where I was talking about multiple things, and that's my suggestion to a lot of the people in the anti-feminist community. If you want to talk about something like this, instead of just making some video where you go around and make the same talking points like that everyone else does, you could just, like the carpet thing, the Confederate flag girl. We all made the same video. But you could just talk about like 5 or 6 things on a live stream and then focus your videos on things that you really care about. Because, like, look at the length of these. They're all, I mean, it's basically the same talking points. That's why I didn't do a Lacey Green video. Because it's like, I'm just going to say the same shit everyone else said and it's going to be boring. Anyway, then Milo Stewart comes out and says growth, change, and apology. And she basically comes out and says that She wanted her channel to be for positivity. God, she's outed like 1,000 subs since I first saw this. She wanted her channel to be for positivity and to attract people that were struggling, and she realized she just attracted trolls and was making content for trolls. Now, this is a pretty transparent statement. I gotta admit the honesty here. She's saying that I welcomed in these kind of things with what I was doing, and I fueled it, and I knew I was fueling it, and I was, you know. Now, here's the thing. I get her saying I was 17 and all that, and I was different. But she says I don't really feel differently about a lot of things I said, and she shows some clips from her old videos, and she's going to go back and make fun of them. But, I mean, her old videos are like, she did those videos where it's like, all white people are racist, all cis people are sexist. I mean, I know you were only 17, but you were 17 wacko. Because, like, when I was 17, I wouldn't have said crazy shit like that. It sounded nuts. That's why it was easy to make fun of. Low-hanging fruit. So then, of course, Shoe on Head makes a video responding to this, saying that she doesn't know anything about the gender stuff because Bill Nye fucked her up. I don't know if that was a joke or a serious comment, but she says she doesn't know the gender stuff. And she says if somebody feels that way, doesn't it make it right? I go, not really. But she says she still agrees with the science not being out there, so she didn't totally go over to like, yay, but she said she doesn't really care. And I don't think any of us ever really cared. I never gave a fuck that she wanted to identify as that. I just don't want to be forced to call her that, and I don't want to be called a sexist, and I don't want legislation going through, like Bill C-16. It's kind of serious shit. I mean, Milo could say what she wants, but, you know, she really got big because Leafy made fun of her, and this was back when Leafy was just picking low-hanging fruit to make any video about. Oh, Bunny. Should go get my bunny for this video. And Shu says she's going to go back and make fun of some of her old videos, which is something everyone's saying. Milo says she's going to go back and make fun of old videos. You know, everyone's going to go back and make fun of their old videos. I'm like, wait a minute, so you made these videos talking about this shit with, like, conviction on some level, even though it was cringe stuff. And Shu on Ed breaks a point that, like, he makes here, that the channels really boom from anti-feminist content. But now they're basically admitting they didn't know what they were talking about, is the vibe I'm getting. Like, to me, this is just a reveal that I was making shit I didn't know I was talking about. I have no content anymore, so I'm going to try to change. I'm not knocking them for that, but like Milo, how's this any different from Lacey Green? Like, Milo said crazy shit for a bunch of videos for a long time, and now what is she going to do? She's going to go back and make fun of herself. It's just that mainstream thing now. Like, the SJWs are trying to join the anti-SJWs and then make fun of their own content. It's legitimately going to be a recycling of the things we've already seen. And Lacey Green, I mean, Phil DeFranco made a video today where he went there. Lacey Green said all this crazy shit about him. She called him a Nazi and stuff. I mean, crazy shit about Phil DeFranco. Like, are we just going to forget Lacey Green said all that crazy shit about Phil DeFranco or other people and be like, all right, well, she made a video where she says she wants to be more open. It's like, you said nut shit. You're a bitch. Well, I don't get, like, this isn't like the Thunderfoot thing or joke policing. I don't care when you make jokes. Lacey has said fucked up things about people, character assassinations. And Milo has said fucked up things. Really messed up things. That I would say were borderline racist and sexist that you shouldn't have been saying. And the whole comedy of this is that Milo's acting this way after Milo came out and said that Milo had sex, even though Milo was asexual and wasn't supposed to have sex. Now Milo had sex with a guy and really enjoyed it. So miraculously, now Milo is going, you know, it's like, okay, you grew up, but then, like, what's Lacey's excuse? And Chris Ray Gunn says he's really good friends with her now. It's like, after all that shit she said, what, did she tell you she was lying the whole time? Or it's like, there's something else going on there. That's weird. I don't care what people do. This is just also weird. What the fuck is going on? Thunderfoot's like saying I'm outie. He's going all like Empire, like I'm gonna go start my own thing. I don't know who Darth Vader's gonna be. He pretty much seems to be saying fuck Sargon and all them. So there's one battle. People like Bearing and The Amazing Atheist, not every video, but a lot of the average videos, the view counts are down considerably. The algorithms are all different now. The smaller channel, like my channels that have been around for a while, we're all just accused of being clones from the 2015-2016 era, even though I'd say a lot of our content isn't the same as a lot of that content. I'm not talking about the people that are direct clones. But a lot of us, we do like longer videos or do more, I don't know, we do more like live stream radio comedic type stuff. I don't really do those structured cut back and forth videos. I know a lot of people do those that definitely copied the original anti-SJW channels, but it seems weird. I don't know if this is a mix of ego and fighting for relevancy, because look at Milo, kind of a minor E-celeb. Shu, E-Celeb, 700,000. Thunderfoot. Now it's like, shit. Okay, the E-Celeb's draining. What do I do? No, they're wrong. This is a conspiracy theory. I have no proof for this. Let me go this way. But all these people in several videos have just talked out of their ass, so I have no problem talking out of my ass on this. Thunderfoot, brilliant guy. Wonderful debunking science videos. But yeah, throwing his political shit in here and making videos like this where it's just moral grandizing is, I think, below him. And I really don't like it. I think it's very below him, and I think it's kind of silly. I don't know where he's coming from on this. I can get it on some level, but I think it's an overreaction, to put it quite frankly. I think this video is on fucking point. Channels need to talk about different types of content. They need to talk about all sorts of things and not just focused on the feminist cringe stuff because it's kind of going away. And BuzzFeed and all these channels are dying. I'm really not sure what Shu's going to do with Armored Skeptic. I guess they're going to talk to more of the feminist SJW channels and be cool, and they're going to make fun of their old videos, which Shu only has like 38 videos, so I don't know what she's talking about specifically. I guess we'll wait and see. But, we'll have to wait for that one to come out. I don't know, guys. I feel like this is a little attention-seeking, and I know it seems like, oh, you're making this video get attention. It's like, well, I don't have a lot of subs. I don't really have anything to gain from this. Like, you know, these guys are talking about people they've had conversations with and stuff like that. I mean, personally, to me, some of the better YouTube channels I'm watching are Captain Cummings, Hard Bastard. God, I'm trying to think. There's one guy I just found recently that's amazing, where he like dresses up like a wizard and does voices and stuff, and he's really funny. But I find all these small channels with like 10,000 subs or less that are terrific, that make a lot more content. I don't know. Is it a lack of creativity? Like Milo's here now. Like Milo really doesn't apologize for the shit that she says. She just kind of basically says like, well, I was helping trolls and I'm not going to do that anymore, so I'm going to keep... So what, you're just going to make boring generic clickbait content like you always did? Yay. It's like BuzzFeed. They don't make anti-male or white people list stuff anymore, but they still make shitty content like, let's eat hot dogs. And it's awful. I mean, it's content cop, you know, type parody-esque stuff of and Thunderfoot, I don't know what his deal is. He's just losing his shit. He, I guess this really pissed him off. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't have said these jokes, but I'm not pissed off about it. And he doesn't want to be associated with, and he compares them to the Westboro Baptist Church. Oh my goodness. So I don't know. Is the skeptic community, as it's called, going to eat itself from within? Now everyone's pissed at Teal Deer. People are legit pissed at Teal Deer. This is all happening right now. Jeff Holiday and I think Bering, I'm not sure, and Chris Ray Gunn, they were all pissed at Teal Deer because he said anti-feminists are only anti-feminists for attention. And I think that's one thing where he's saying like, oh, the anti-feminists only do it for attention, and everyone's talking about it. And I don't know if he was speaking about Lacey Green specifically, which I think's a good point, because I do think she's just doing it for attention. And the reason I think that is because Lacey's entire career is her doing things for attention. If she didn't have a consistent track record with that, I wouldn't go with that. I'm not willing to, like, I wouldn't accuse Shoe-on-Head of that, right? I don't think Shoe-on-Head's all about that, because, you know, she probably was into some of the shit she talked about and it just evolved into it. Lacey has flip-flopped throughout her whole life on things and obviously gone with trends. So I have no feeling. Teal Deer has always had a thing about arguments getting stolen. I understand that plagiarism exists, but there are only so many ones can state fact the obvious. Does he want good ideas to spread? I don't know. I guess Teal Deer made something that he's upset that it's spreading around, that Lacey and other people are stealing the ideas and trying to express them in a different way. It has gone into the mainstream. SJW content and all that has gone into the total mainstream. I don't know. June, what the fuck? Laugh out loud. Women can't be anti-feminists unless they do it for attention. Of course June had to comment. I mean, to be fair, no, I'm kidding. It was weirdly implied. You know, these people make some of the least intellectual videos in the community. Not Jeff Holiday. Jeff Holiday makes terrific videos. But Chris Ray Gunn and June just make videos, as someone said to me today, a friend in a Twitter conversation, it's like, oh, look, close-ups and one-liners for 8 minutes. And no talking points, really. Just reactions and stuff. And Joe, it's like, okay, good for you, I guess. And you do one every week or 2 weeks. Yay! Like, you know, Teal Deer actually puts a lot of thought and time into it. Now, I know he does have this elitist fucking shit thing where he thinks he's the origin of the anti-SJW and skeptic and he hates all clones. Oh, that puppy. That's awful. You know, I had a dog die this last week, actually. One of my dogs got hit by a car, and it looked just like that. I missed that dog, Cassie. Good dog. But anyway, to get back to the point here, uh, I talk I talk a lot of shit about a lot of the anti-SJW skeptics. But that's just because I think they're lazy. It's not really because I disagree with them or dislike them. I just think they should do more content, and they could do better content. I think people with no subscriber base or time and money put into it, I don't think they really. I don't expect much, but I expect something from people who have the resources. I guess this is the video that pissed everyone off that Teal Deer made. So I don't know. I don't always agree with Teal Deer that he thinks he can like just own this. Like, oh, people are copying this. They're copying the suit armored skeptic thing and all. It's like, dude, you don't own that either. No one's ever owned that. You didn't invent like putting icons over videos making fun of things. That's existed a long fucking time. That's not some new concept. Okay, it's just an internet trend that people are using now. I guess Teal Deer thinks he owns the little animal on the thing. I don't know. It's ridiculous. But what do you guys think in the comments? I know this was all over the place, but the thing I'm trying to get at here is like, there's a collapse happening right now. Everything is collapsing in on itself. Because you can see everyone's like, shit, I don't know where to take my content, so I'm quitting and I'm going in this new direction, which I can even accuse myself of making that video. But I was speaking, I was just going to criticize different people. Some of these other videos are people saying, no, I apologize, I'm out, my old stuff was bad, and I'm moving on. It's like, damn, okay. That's cool. Is this like when drama channels died and now this community's gonna die? I just talk about bullshit. I guess I'll talk about movies and video games and shit and like that more and do that because that material's always ripe, and I'll talk more about, I talk about celebrities bullshit a lot more than anything, and I don't think that's going anywhere. And I think the PC culture, the Marxist, I think it's huge now. I think there's a lot to talk about. It's just too much. It's got a burnout now. It's not as niche as it used to be a long time ago. Uh, so who knows? Maybe it's just people who they found their thing and they don't know what to do now creatively. And I don't know if it is going to expand or evolve into something new. These channels might just die down and just keep their subscriber base. They may have just hit a point it can't grow more than this. Which sucks for a smaller channel like me, because it's like, well, I ain't going anywhere then. I'm not growing. But I don't know. I hope that things work out. I still like a lot of channels. I think stuff like Jordan Peterson's content's great. But yeah, everyone's made this video. Like I did a live stream on this the night it happened. Everyone else now, same video, Canada passed this, And everyone makes that same 15-minute fucking video where they tell you the story and make the same points and move on. I'm sorry I try to do longer videos. Like even with the Bill Nye thing, I actually tried to go look at the science behind it and challenge myself. I didn't just go, oh, fuck Bill Nye, SJW shitlord, whatever. But fuck it. It's the patriarchy. Like, comment, and subscribe. Samurai Jack series finale live stream tonight. Watch it, 11:30. Gonna be on the channel. And Foxler Nightfire interview coming soon too.